to our right.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Now, I think a lot of you here know me, but I'm going to start off with one of my most common jokes when it comes to introduction to me doing stand-up. So this might not land as well as it would for random strangers, but just carry on with me. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Did he just say my name was Madison? Yes, that is correct. My name is Madison. Now, there are some things that come with having a name that is usually for females. One, people, when you first email them, they're really nice to you. And then they look at your profile picture and realize that you're a man. And then it could go either way. Another thing is they will just assume they heard it wrong. Is Mason here today? My friend Mason, people will assume that they said my name was Mason. And so for years, people will continue to call me Mason. And I'm a little bit too awkward to correct them. So, I just go by Mason every once in a while. Another thing is, my male friends who have girlfriends will never say that they're hanging out with me one-on-one, because their girlfriend will get very mad until they realize that I am a man. Now, there are some benefits that come with that too, like getting invitations to all women scholarships, getting invitations to the Chattanooga leadership of women, and I have to humbly decline every single time, but it is nice to be thought of, Okay, so we'll move right into the next thing that you might be thinking. Doing stand-up at your place of work. That's a pretty big risk, buddy. But when HR sees you in the elevator and asks, hey, I heard you do stand-up, is that correct? You say yes, and they say, hey, is it clean? And I say, look at me. All of my comedy is clean. But you also got to think about the high-risk, high-reward situation. Putting that I got invited to do stand-up at the Chattanooga Times Free Press, high reward. Putting right under it that you got dismissed from the Chattanooga Times Free Press the same day you did stand-up comedy, high risk. But that won't happen, I assure you. Another thing you might be wondering is, why do I look like this? Now, I was told that we're supposed to wear our favorite sports team gear, and I don't really do sports, but I do the Chattanooga Lookouts. So this set is sponsored by the Chattanooga Lookouts. If it's funny, if not, they don't know me. And just for plausible deniability, that of course is a joke. I'm stating that here, so that I can't be held liable for that. But I will have pictures sent over to them. Hopefully, they will sponsor me in the future. Now, after this, you're going to probably think that I'm going to claim to be psychic after this, because I'm going to keep using the term, I know what you might be thinking. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I look a little bit like Harry Potter. And I get why you might be thinking that. I'm going to go the rule of three here. One, I am a brown-haired boy with glasses, and they happen to be of the round variety. Now, I get it. It's an easy joke to make. It's an easy reference. Some people still know me as Harry Potter to this day. And I have corrected them, but they have not stopped calling me that. Two, I was called the boy who lived growing up, mostly because I kept trying to jump out of windows, I kept eating poisonous sandwiches, and also my best friends are, they're of the redhead variety. So, sometimes I get called an honorary Weasley. Now, I'm not Gryffindor, I am Hufflepuff. Just put that out there. Now, you might be wondering, what am I talking about eating poisonous sandwiches?
Yeah.
Growing up, my mom, she wanted to teach me how to do things on my own. Awful decision. At 4 years old, I was making my own peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Now, one thing I should mention is the peanut butter was too high for me to reach in the pantry. But the secondary peanut butter that was under the sink was available for reach. Now, you might be wondering, why was the peanut butter under the sink? See, my mom had this great idea to put a green dot on the top of the peanut butter jar to indicate that it was poisoned with rat poison, and that she used it for rat traps. Now, she did not explain that to her 4-year-old and moving on to 6-year-old child who made his own peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And green is my favorite color, so I just thought that was my peanut butter. Turns out, for years I thought I didn't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I just don't like rat poison. It's a real shame. But I'm here today and I look just fine, so I must have developed some kind of resistance to rat poison. But it did not taste good, I will tell you that. Take my honest opinion there. Just don't try it for yourself. Now, that is a strange story that I'm now telling all of my coworkers here. But if you're thinking now that this guy's hilarious, how do I connect with him? Well, I'm going to need a volunteer from the audience. Somebody who has their phone readily available. Anybody want to stand up? I could do it I can reenact it by myself, but it would be much less funny and much more awkward. Okay, come on up. Yeah, thank our volunteer. And this is not a plant. I didn't ask them to do this beforehand. I know what you must be thinking. Again, you're going to think I'm a psychic after this. Now, like I said, you must think this guy's hilarious, and you should save my ego. Don't try and correct me. Just go along with this for a moment. Now, I got this cool little digital kind of business card that I thought would make me really cool. Yeah, you know, it's like, oh yeah, you want to know who I am? Just tap your phone here. We're going to test that out right now. Okay, and I prepared for this. It worked on the first go. Now, most of the time it doesn't work. And I did prepare that the one time it would work, that's my digital business card, it would be when I'm up here on stage trying to show that it doesn't work half the time. Now, let's just act like it didn't work for a second. Let me try this way, let me try that way. That's an iPhone, right? Not an Android? Okay, cool. Just go ahead and scan this QR code that's right here on the back. Yeah, much less cool than I initially thought when I bought this thing. Now, that is why, and I'll end it here, that sometimes it's just good to keep a good piece of print media on you. And good reason that our Sunday papers are so sold out all the time. And just gonna shout out to print media here. I am on the digital advertising side, but shout out to print media. Shout out to you guys. Yes, again, sponsored by Chattanooga Lookouts. Not really, it's a joke. Thank you guys so much for being such a great audience. Thank you for our volunteer one more time.